Hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Say hey. Hey. Hey.
My voice cracked.
All right, it was so hot today we couldn't do much during the day, but we did go and buy some fertilizer and some few other things to start helping make better soil. So I couldn't get everything. We didn't have it locally, but we got 2 of the 3 we went after anyway. But let me show you what little bit we got done. All right, flip the camera around. Hit the little spin thing up top. There you go. All right, so we've got the mini greenhouse set up. It's got a new table. Unfortunately, the table came damaged, but it's not damaged enough to complain about. It's looked like it took an impact in one spot, but it's still very, very usable. It'll be fine. I didn't see it till I opened the fold up. That's how bad, So anyway, we're trying out new microphones as well. Reed's got one on. I've got one on. So hopefully,
our audio is much better.
Yeah, hopefully you're a lot louder without being too loud. All right, so we took the metal bed out from inside the greenhouse. We actually did this yesterday. We actually added another row, 4-foot row of weed mat, as you can see here, and moved the mini greenhouse away from the main, what's gonna be greenhouse, and got it set up and got the raised bed out of it. We've got to get the centerpieces put on, but that's coming. All right, so as you see, the squash and zucchini's gone. And every plant that I pulled today didn't pull up by the roots. It came apart, if it wasn't already apart, where the vine borers had got in and destroyed it. Didn't it, Reed?
Yeah.
They were bad. So as you can see, right on the other side of the weed mat there in the yard, is some of the squash that we pulled. I mulched all this other. I didn't get to that, but I will. So guys, I'm not a person that's ever used a lot of fertilizer, but I bought some 10-10-10 and I dug around the edge of every plant, grow bags, raised beds, every one of them, and sprinkled a little bit in there and covered it back up. And then the beds that we pulled, I took a shovel and turned the soil. I sprinkled 10-10-10 on the top and then turned the soil. Reed kind of broke it up a little bit and leveled it a little bit. And I threw a little more on top there. And I've done that to every plant that we've got planted. So I also moved the soybean, and you see it drooped quick once I moved it. But I moved the soybean out from the corner so it'd have room for the roots to spread better. And I put a little bit of fertilizer around it as well. So we've got storm coming. My buddy that does the honeybees. Was here just a little while ago. And he was just treating all his honeybees for mites just in case. And he works for Georgia Power, so he got a call. He's got to go to work because this storm that's moving in is already starting to knock out power in some areas. So he's got to go. And that tells me the storm is definitely coming. We've been hearing thunder for about an hour. So it mulched up pretty good though, didn't it, Reed?
Yeah.
I had piles of it out here. So we got about a half of that big silver basket that we pulled and kept off those squash and zucchini. Something's biting me around the neck. But anyway, we got it ready. So we also bought some seeds today. And I think we're probably going to direct plant because it's warm enough. Something biting me. So you're not talking?
No.
You got a microphone and you won't talk. When you don't have a microphone, you talk a lot. Okay, I see how it works. Anyway, we tested them out. We did a little 30-second video in the house. And yeah, the little furry thing on the end to stop wind noise, they fall off easy, but the microphones seem to be working really well.
Yeah.
I went to one end of one room and he went to the other end of another room and he talked really low
And it sounded like
And
I was right there.
It sounded like he was standing right here by the camera. So I'm hoping they work really well. But I need to water. But with this storm coming,
I think it'll do itself.
well, that's the thing. If I water now,
You may overwater.
no, if I water now, it's going to storm. If I don't water, it's going to miss us every time. But let me flip the camera around for me. All right, let me show y'all the fig trees. See, I threw a little bit of grass and weeds on there when I was cutting. But the fig trees look really, really good. I'll walk over and show you the second one. That one leaf is just hanging on. It's doing really well. And let's go look at the one that lost all its leaves.
See if it recovered.
Look at there. It's got new leaves coming out on it. So,
I think that one's a bust.
no, that one's going to do good. The leaves are coming back, so it's coming back, and that's what we hoped it would do. So I'm gonna flip around this way. So as y'all can see, we've got the burn pile started way out here. Moved
Because
it away
was
from
too close to everything. And it
yeah,
would've
I didn't
burned
want
through
it too
the
close to my fig trees, and I didn't want it too close to the weed mat and the greenhouse and all that stuff. So we started moving it. We moved a bunch yesterday, but there's still a good bit of the pile left
Big
for me to
pile
move.
of ash.
But I can get to that later. I got it out of the way so it wouldn't be in the way of the weed mat when we laid it down. I'm really thinking I should have put a 6-foot piece down instead of a 4.
It works.
But it looks good. So with putting the compost, the old truck bed here, and the compost thing on it, or using it for a compost pile, that means I can't put grow beds in front of it. So to recount how many of these 4x8 beds that I want to add to the raised bed garden, I can't put one. Let me flip y'all around. I can't put one here, and I can't put one there and there because it'd be in the way of
And
the
tractor couldn't drive.
That's right. I couldn't drive the tractor through.
You'd have to back it in.
Yep. So now the grow bags, we'll move them, of course, and the main raised beds will go out where the grow bags are, and then the grow bags will go in between a lot of the raised beds like we've got here. So I don't know how many I will need. The mini greenhouse takes a space of 1, and this takes space of 1, which is 1. So that's, I wanted to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 more, maybe 7. I'd have to really get a tape measure out and see, because I want to leave it open in the middle. May walk over here and get y'all a shot where you can see what I'm talking about. So, hey Reed, say something from way over there.
Can you hear me?
I hope so. All right, so I want to put one here, and then another one, and then another. So there'll be 3 in a row right there. And then there'll be an opening to go into the greenhouse. And then I'll put another one on this corner, and then butt one up to it, and a second one to go down. And that'll put us about where Reed, the other end of the potting bench. And then there'll be another one that turns left and goes across the back, and possibly a second, probably just 1. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, about 6 more 4x8 raised beds. That'll give me a total of 7 outside the greenhouse. And even though the beds are smaller, there's 8 inside the greenhouse. So that's a lot. That's doubling, more than doubling my growing space, because these will all be 4x8 beds where I've got some 3x3s and 3x6s in there now. So that's the plan. And it takes money to do that, guys. So I'm just like y'all. I work for a living. So, it takes me a little while to do things, but I get to it eventually. So if if I've got a little bit and I find a good deal on something, I go ahead and order it. And, I may only get 1, or I may only get 2, or whatever.
But,
Yeah, it's a little squash I threw out.
But
Yep. But anyway, I got to turn this bed. I haven't turned it yet. And once I turn it, I'll add a little more fertilizer to the top. And y'all see, I didn't do a whole bunch. I just sprinkled 1 scoop from that little garden, what do you call that? Garden spade?
yeah.
I did 1 scoop per big bed. And then I turn the soil and I do another one across the top. So it'll get watered in before we start planting and we won't burn the plants up, hopefully.
Look at that. Ain't got nothing in it.
Remember, when you talk, they can hear you. So, you know, kind of show them what you're talking about. He had a little squash in his hand that grew
Awkwardly.
and it looked like somebody's booty. So he had to tear it open.
Yeah.
But anyway, the rose bush bloomed a couple more flowers on it, and the original one's fallen off. I did not add any fertilizer to it. I probably need to.
They do look great.
Yeah, they did. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get the water hose out and water, because if I don't, this storm is definitely going to miss us. That's the way it goes here in South Georgia for me. It can pour in town and not get a drop here. And if I water and go, I don't need the rain, guess what? It's going to come down. And
It's going
we
to
can
come down
use it.
hard.
So we've still got to go out there and collect the eggs for today. We've got to go out there and pick the blueberries. And we picked a good cup full of blueberries yesterday.
Yeah, a good
But
cupful.
I'm getting about that much a day. If we got some rain, it'd double. But
Yeah, so hopefully we do get.
that's right. Hopefully we get a little bit.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, tell them, Reed, we got to go to work. So
Remember, Jesus Christ loves you, and so do we.
thank y'all for watching. Grow some food. Square.